Hi, it's a Lipstick Gal. Thanks so much for watching today. Let's talk a few June favorites. This month has gone by so quickly. It's like I blink and it's over. My anniversary is coming up on Sunday, and my husband and I will have been married for 22 years. So I always feel like this time of year, like kids get out of school, there's a lot of stuff to get going, to get summer going. And it was extra special this year because our youngest graduated from 8th grade. So my parents came from Ohio. My brother and his family came from Southern Oregon. We have a lot of family here in town who showed up, my in-laws, my aunt and uncle, my two sets of cousins and their family. It was just a wonderful celebration of all the hard work that Lily has put into going to school over the last 9 years. And we're so happy that both of our kids are doing really well. So busy month. The other thing that was really cool is that my dad's still working, so he had to fly back to Ohio to get back to work. And my mom stayed for an extra 2.5 weeks. And then she went down to my brother's place in Southern Oregon and took our girls with her. And they were down there for about 5 days. And they just left to drive back to Ohio. So my kids are carpooling with my mom from Southern Oregon all the way to Ohio. They're going to have a wonderful time, and then they're going to spend about 3 weeks at my parents' place. So by the time my kids get back in mid-July, they will have been gone about 30 days. About 30 days. So it's been a really busy month for us. Lots of family, lots of visits, lots of cooking, just having a wonderful time. But man, it's gone by fast. All right, let me tell you about some of my other favorites. Something else that has been huge for me this month is I finally started feeling better. I've been dealing, okay. If you've heard any of my health updates, you've maybe picked up on the fact that with all of the chronic pain that I deal with, I've been dealing with chronic pain for 19 years. And I had 2 surgeries last year that left me with more pain on top of the daily pain I struggle with already. And so it was really hard. This winter was hard for me. I would say from late fall through about mid-May. It was touch and go there for a while. It was really, really bad. So I was dealing with a lot of depression, and I finally feel like I got on a dose with my doctor, of depression medication where I'm like, oh, I feel like myself again. Because there are things that I had not wanted to do. Like I quit cooking. I love to cook. I quit cooking for about 6 weeks. I hadn't touched crochet. I love to crochet, and I hadn't been crocheting since like the end of October, and I finally just picked it up a week ago. I'm finally getting back to the things that I enjoy. Overall, I'm still dealing with the pain, but I've got an appointment in July, mid-July, to go and see my pain doctor. And here's hoping everything gets settled and I start feeling like a better version of myself. So overall, my health is improving, but still dealing with the pain. All right, other things that I've loved to get back into that I haven't been doing in a long time, like nail polish. Okay, so I did something that I was like, is this a good idea? Let's do it, I don't care. So I went to Sally's the other day and I spent $150 on nail products. A lot of it was I got an LED lamp and I got some gel polish and I got some chrome powder and I just did my nails. And I'm hoping these are gonna last for a while. Earlier this month, you might have seen me with some press-ons. Those were from Impress, and they were really pretty, kind of like chromy, clear with blue tips on them. Oh, I loved those. But I felt like I, was like Edward Scissorhandsing everything. So I'm like, you know what? Let's get these off. Let's just start letting my own nails grow a little bit longer, and then I will figure out how to use them. Because going from like little nubbins to like nails that are long, I was very much like weird, but I've been loving doing my nails again. All right, I'm not gonna save it for the end. Favorite TV show that I've been watching? Okay, there's 2. I love that House of the Dragon just started up again, and at this point there's only 2 episodes, but I rewatched all of the first season before the second season started to make sure I was all caught up and have been enjoying it. And then on top of that, I found out that there's a new version of Edith Wharton's The Buccaneers, and it's on Apple TV. So I've been finishing up that series. It's a really, really modern take on the Buccaneers. Well, when I say modern, like they're using modern music. Everybody's still kind of wearing that late 18th century, early 20th century sort of garb where it looks very Edwardian. But on top of that, we have modern music, we have modern playfulness, because I think that the way that these women are interacting with each other and with the men in their lives maybe would not have been the thing at the turn of the century, like in the 1900s. I don't know. It just seems too much like, you know, modern teenagers today. But it's been really fun to watch. And if you like a period drama that's got a little bit of edge to it, you might like The Buccaneers on Apple TV. Let's talk some makeup. All right. So, okay, this month I did something completely extravagant. And I bought a full set of BK brushes. Like, I have so many of these beauties. They're just like everywhere. Like, you know, I could keep going. I have so many. These are like the best thing that I have done for myself in a long time. I have been a die-hard natural fiber makeup brush sort of person. I love the ones from What's Up Beauty. They're the ones with the bright pink handles and they are fabulous. I love my Sonia G. I love my rougher brushes. I also love my ones that I've had forever and a day from Wayne Goss. These are some of the most fabulous natural hair bristle brushes. And I had slowly been trying to find the right synthetic brush brand for me. First time I bought any BK brushes was 2022. I got some during their Mother's Day sale. It was like halfway through the year abouts. And then last year I picked up a few more. The beginning of this year I picked up even more. And then about, I don't know, maybe 5 weeks ago, I placed another order. And when those brushes came out, I was just like, be still my heart. So they had this wonderful thing where they were like, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna start a YouTube channel, and for a specific weekend, it was one of the weekends in June, from Friday through the end of Sunday, you can get 20% off on our website. And I realized that the sets, like these big sets, are already 20% off, and you could stack the 20% off that they were giving you for subscribing to their YouTube channel and for placing an order. I got a set that should have been, you know, I got two sets. I got like their complete basic set that had 8 face brushes and 8 eye brushes. And then I got a set of eye brushes, which turned out many of them to be duplicates of what already came in the initial set of brushes for small eyes. But I like that because I'm the sort of person, I can use 2 brushes like this. Like, this type of brush is one of my favorite brushes. Having 2 like this, makes my heart happy. These are the sort of things that I use regularly, and because I do have smaller eyes, there are many brushes that I have, especially from Sonia G or from Wayne, that are duplicates. The minute I fall in love with a brush so much that it needs a twin, I know I'm in love with a brush. And this box just came like a week and a half ago, and so I've been, you know, trying them on as I'm putting on my face, and I'm just falling in love with them. They are so soft. They feel like a little fuzzy duck. They feel like a newborn chick. Like, they are super soft, and I know for a fact they wash well because some of my other favorite brushes from BK I've had for more than a year, and they still look and feel exactly like the ones that came, because now I have 2 of these. I love these. Okay, so fabulous, love it, super excited. I think it's funny that this month I've either been wearing hardly any coverage for like foundation, or I've been wearing something that's super heavy duty. So if I'm going for something that's really light, me and the Lisa Eldridge Seamless Skin Enhancing Skin Tint, I love this. I have the lightest shade in T1. This is beautiful. I will link for you in the description box my try-on of this product. I also think I put it in a recent roundup of like makeup updates, because I do an initial first impression, and then I come back and I review everything that I purchase, and wow, this is great. Here's one that I've had for a while, and I recorded a video about it, you know, several weeks back, but I didn't get it up until just recently, and it's this. This is the Tier Mask Fit Red Cushion. This is the one that everybody's been talking about that's been going viral. It's $25 on Amazon. I was like, oh look, I can get it for 15. It's not the same. This is the mini. The minis are 15, but they only have 3 shades on Amazon, and they didn't have my shade. I was like, this shade might work. She's too dark. Way too dark. There's a really wide range of options when it comes to this. I think more than 30, maybe 40. The one thing that's great is that so many Asian cushion foundations don't have a wide range of shades. They'll have like 5, maybe 7. This one here has more than 30, and I love that. I love that. I love that. And this is the one that I'm wearing today, but my favorite thing about this is that you need the smallest amount. And then my skin looks glowy and even, and things go on and sit beautifully, and it lasts all day beautifully. Doesn't set into my expression lines, doesn't end up here. This is one of those products that you can either fully set, and today I have mine fully set because I was using powder products on the cheeks, or you could just set where you need it. Like for me, it would be under eyes as well as my T-zone. And when I do this, this still wears beautifully. This is a fantastic, fantastic, kind of such a great product. But I feel like this is definitely for people who have oily, combo, or normal skin. I don't know that this formula from Tier would be good for people who have dry skin. I've seen some reviews from people who are like, nope, not for me. But they do make a hydrating version of this for dry skin people. There's like a lot of different options when it comes to the Tier cushion foundations. They don't all have to be the red one. So I liked it enough. I started with this, was like, that's the wrong shade. So I got this one, and I'm not mad at all. I did a video featuring about face beauty products. I'll link it for you in the description box down below. But this blush, what? This one is called Champagne Room. I have been using this. I'm wearing it today. You can build this up. It can be like very pigmented, or if you do what I do, I take like a really big brush, like this one here from BK in the 105. I stamp it in here, and then I just lay it on, and it diffuses everything so beautifully. I have been loving this blush. Looks like mine has some, yep, a cat hair. Because of course. This blush has really surprised me. It lasts really well. When it kind of dries down, it doesn't leave my skin feeling dewy, and it kind of is tenacious. It hangs on. I really, really like it. I cannot stop wearing this. I'm wearing this today along with the About Face cream blush. This is Beach Walk Betty in the Redimension Hydro Bronze from RMS. Love this, love this. Mine has been used so much that you can no longer see the RMS here, and some of these kind of like rays of brightness that are imprinted in the pan are worn away. I am amazed at I just am going for this, but it never looks heavy. I mean, I'm wearing it today, and for somebody with pale skin, I feel like this is one of the best shades because it's not really orangey. It has a little bit of a kind of like a pink undertone to it, and it's not really like it's pink like the one from Jones Road. That one looks really rosy. No, this just doesn't look orange. But it's beautiful. It has a mild, oh so slight, and you can see it in the pan, a little bit of glow, but it doesn't end up looking like spangly on the cheeks. Love this. Something else from RMS that super surprised me this month is this. This is so good. This is their Hydra Setting Powder. I have the shade Light. I'm wearing this today. Since I got this powder, okay, you know I've been head over heels for the Givenchy Prismally powder in the shade Voile Rosé. I've been using that nonstop since last fall. So much so that I got a backup. I've been liking this so much. Guess who has not reached for their Givenchy Voile Rosé powder? And part of me is like, wait, what? Who am I? What's going on here? This is so good. So good, so good. I like that my skin doesn't look powdery. I like that my under eyes don't look dry. It works so well all over my face. Man, this is impressive. This is $42. You are getting 10 grams or 0.35 ounces, so like a third of an ounce, just a little bit more than a third of an ounce. If you are one of those people who doesn't like to look dry or powdery, you might really like this. Hello, Chanel. This is the kind of like their glow highlighter stick. This, I love this stuff. Okay, I think it's officially their Balm Essential. Okay, I don't speak French, I'm sorry. But do you see this glow? It looks more glassy and less glittery. There's no glitter in this. And this is one of those products, I'm wearing some today, but now that I have some on the back of my hand, I just tap it in and it's beautiful. Now, the older I get, the more careful I have to be with the type of highlight that I wear. I want to look radiant without looking glittery. I want to look hydrated without looking dry. Bing, bing. This, I think it's $45, $45, $46, maybe $48. This is the best product I've purchased for myself that I continually reach for and reach for and reach for, that is what I would consider a non-essential. Okay, I feel like concealer, foundation, powder, eyebrows, like lip balm, those are kind of like the essentials. But when it comes to really elevating a look, do you have to have a highlighter? No. Is it nice to? Yeah. And when you have a really bougie, very elegant one, is it even better? Oh yes, yes it is. This is beautiful. I have been using this every day. It goes really well when I tap it on lightly with my fingers. I never just draw it on my face. I'll just be honest, I don't do that. But I'll rub my fingers over the top and then I'll tap it on. And I wear it over set foundation, unset foundation, over powder, brush, and bronzer, or over cream, blush, and bronzer. I can't talk today. This is fantastic. Oh my goodness, she's gorgeous. Discovered something. I'm using one of these today, and part of me is like kicking myself that I didn't try these sooner. These are the eye paints from About Face. I have two, obviously, very boring Betty shades here. This one here is called Smell Before Rain, and this one here is called Capulets. I have the Capulets on today, and you need the smallest amount. Okay, do you see this little tiny dot here? But watch as I blend. I can keep blending and blending and blending. And then when this sets, it goes nowhere. I have been using this brush here from BK Beauty. This is the 201 to blend these out on the eye. So this is kind of like my warm neutral option. Smell Before Rain is a really, really pretty shade, but it's kind of more of a cool, almost taupey tone. So here's Smell Before Rain. So either one of these is really good. I have been one of those people who's like, I don't need eye primer. I've been using this, and it's not really an eye primer because this brand does make an eye primer, but for me, it's the ease of putting it on, how easily it blends, how it kind of gives my eye a blank canvas. These are great. I also have one of their fractal glitter paints, really nice. I have it in a kind of a black shade, and then one of their holographic eye paints, and that one is in kind of like a magenta green. Oh, fabulous. It's like a multi-chrome. So it's a little bit of gold, a little bit of magenta, a little bit of green in there. It's just so much fun. I really like the products that come from About Face in this shape of a tube for the eye. And it could be any one of the varieties. They hang tight. They're very, very high quality. And packaging is like top notch. When it comes to other products that I have been using a lot of, man, okay, one of these days I'm going to stop using it so you don't have to hear about it. But this is the 100 quad from YSL. This is the Store Dolls quad. I wore this all day yesterday and I loved it so much. I went to Sephora yesterday. So my local Sephora is more than an hour from my house. So it was a 2-hour drive, you know, there and back to go to Sephora. I needed to make some returns and exchanges. But while I was there, I had two of the people who worked there said, oh, your eyeshadows are pretty. What are you wearing? I was like, this one. They're like, oh, the one we can't keep in stock. I was like, yeah, that's the one. I picked this up during the Sephora sale in March or April, whenever it was. I just can't stop reaching for it. It takes a lot for me to find an eyeshadow palette that I keep using month after month after month after month. It's been a long time since I've fallen head over heels for one. Here's one. Because a lot of times I'm always on the hunt for what's next. And right now it's like, what do I love? Something else that I love, but I mean, you can see all my fingerprints. I've been all in this. This is the Golden Palette from Natasha Denona. I mean, I have been using it and abusing it. Like I have a divot in this one. I have a divot in this one. I feel like I've been in this one and this one a lot. Okay, I'm wearing this today with the warm Capulets from About Face. Man, it is so good. Now, remember, I've already dubbed myself the boring Betty of eyeshadow palettes. I want something that's nude. I want something that's golden. I want to look a little bit gilded for summer, but I don't want it to be too warm. Sometimes, like the bronze palette from Natasha Denona, despite how beautiful it is, there are too many warm-leaning, orangey, rusty terracotta tones in there, and that just doesn't appeal to me. This does. Are they warm? Yes. Are any of them orange? No. We do have like a lot more like a warm gold here, but I kind of really like this palette. I knew I was going to. And so for me, the Natasha Denona palettes that really hit for me, this one, the I Need a Nude, as well as the Glam. I have all three of those, and they constantly get used by me and by both my kids. They're such excellent quality, but it's not the most colorful, exciting color story that you can get from the brand. They're just the sort of shadows and color stories that appeal to me. Oh, this is at the bottom of my bin. I forgot to tell you about it earlier. Remember I mentioned this last month? This is the Valentino Born in Roma Green Stravaganza. And I had just gotten it, but look, I'm halfway through. I've been in love with this. In love. It's so delicious. Oh, it smells so good. I love this. And I'm still just like liberally, and you know, everyone's always asking me, ooh, what are you wearing? This one. Beautiful. All right, let's talk some lip products. I picked up some new liners. These are new from Glossier. I haven't even had a chance to put them in a video, but when I got these, I was like, whoa. Okay, first of all, I love how they glide. And there are 8 shades, and these are all, this is kind of funny to say, but they are the shades of your natural lips, like your lips but better, and also your nipples. And people always say if you want the perfect lip color or the perfect lip liner, you know, match your nipple, okay, fine. But for me, it's the formula, and these 2 colors are so good. So the one that I'm wearing today is the shade Buff. It is a beautiful, just kind of like neutral brown. It's not really too cool. It's not really too warm. It's fantastic. And this shade right here is the one in Bit. And it's kind of like, I always end up with kind of like a mauve shade and a neutrally tan brown shade. All right, so this is what it looks like when I blend it out. I don't put this all over my lips. I just use it on the edge, and then I'll, you know, use my finger to kind of smudge it out. Same for this one here. One thing that I really like about these is once they set, like you can see everything up here at the top, they don't smudge. They're really, really beautiful. The other thing that I got from Glossier, and I was like, why did I not do this years ago, is this. I think they just launched this, but I know I've seen this type of pencil sharpener other places. And this is a German pencil sharpener. It's $8. And of course it's branded Glossier, but I've seen exactly this packaging other places. I think they just got the same one and branded it. But it is the sharpest, best pencil sharpener, and I like that it catches all of the shavings, because for years I've been using, and they're good pencil sharpeners, but they're little ones like this, and so I have to deal with everything falling out and I have to do it over a trash can. I don't always have that. It just makes a mess. And then there's little bits of the pencil that get stuck here or on the back side, and if you put it in your makeup bag or you put it someplace else, then it falls off and you get color where you don't want it. This is great. I've been putting it through its paces. I went through and I sharpened all of my eye pencils, all of my lip pencils, and like couldn't be happier. Love this. This is great. Worth every penny. I would love if they had like one that was a little bit larger that collected everything and had multiple sizes, like 3 or 4 sizes. That'd be great. Just down to lip products. So I'm going to leave the video link for this one in the description box down below, but I've done a couple of videos talking about the Balm Embrace from Lisa Eldridge. Is this product for everyone? No. I think this is probably one of those that if you have a shade you really like and you like something that's sheer and glossy, that it's for you. One thing that I've noticed about these, it doesn't stop me from wearing them, just not the dark ones without a lip liner, is that when I put them on, they're so sheer. I mean, that's one swipe. You can build them up. So this is it built up, and this is like that one initial swipe. These are so beautiful, but they're very emollient. So I do have those fine lines around my lips, and they do find it, and they do travel. I can't really tell with the lightest 3, so Sweet Fig, Epanoui, as well as Meet Cute. I wear those without a liner or with a liner. It doesn't matter. It's like, and I have to. But when I get into Red Curve and what's the purple one? Oh, Metropolis. It's not really purple. It's kind of like a deep, cool berry. Those are the ones that if I do not wear those with a lip liner, you can tell. So for me, it's those darker shades that find my lip lines and kind of, and I get really fuzzy around the edge. It's not my favorite. I can't tell with those lighter 3. So I've been using the lighter 3 like all the time. In my pocket, in my purse, taking it with me, putting it in my secret pocket, which is AKA my bra. I always have it with me, and I love these. This is literally what I've been using all month long. They're really, really, really good. I did recently make purchases of the new one from Lancome, the new one from YSL, as well as the one from, I think, Bare Minerals, because I want to do a whole video kind of comparing and contrasting these glossy, balmy, sheer sorts of lip tints. Okay, so expect to see that sometime next month. But these guys have been great. Something else that I have really loved, and I was like, whoa. Okay, I don't like the packaging. I really don't like this right here. It looks like a cigarette to me. I don't like it. But this lip gloss, it's a plumping lip gloss from Charlotte Tilbury. This is the lightest shade. There's 2 shades in this formula. This is the one in Pillow Talk Light Medium, and it's beautiful. I'm not gonna swatch it on my hand because it will start to tingle because it's a plumping gloss. So this really does make my lips tingle, and it's, I don't know, I'd say it's like between, on a scale of 1 to 10, it's about a 4.5 to a 5. Like, you can feel it, but it's not the most irritating thing ever. And it does literally make my lips, you know, look more voluminous. And it lasts about 15 minutes. Like, the plumping part of it lasts 15 minutes, but the glow of this, the shade of this, oh man, this is so pretty. I just apply with Wild Abandon. Really have been liking this. Something else I've been applying with Wild Abandon is this, and you will have seen it in that video I did using the Tear Red Cushion Foundation. But I've had this for, I don't know, like a week and a half already. This is the lip gloss, or the, what is it called officially? The Le Chouchou Softening Lip Balm. And this is from Edam. And this is in the shade Bissap Glaze. Oh my goodness. This is one that I already had to pull out of my purse. So it has a beautiful shine to it. It's very hydrating, very hydrating. This makes my lips feel amazing. I love this deep berry shade. It smells delicious. I love the cooling tip that we have on here. I really like that a lot. And beyond that, I feel like this is the sort of thing that if you want a little bit of color, this does not go on my lips. It stays where I put it. It's thick enough without being too heavy. I am a chronic over applier, so if I put on too thick of a layer, it's gonna get a little goopy. But if you put on a normal amount, you're gonna love the way that it feels, the way that it hydrates. It's got a kind of a soft, plushy feel to it. I don't wanna say that it's not sticky and it's not heavy, but there's something about it that makes it tenacious, so it doesn't find all of those lip lines and fade out, or it doesn't like instantly wipe off onto other things. It does, I'm not saying it doesn't transfer, because she does, but I went through and drank 2 giant 20-ounce cups of coffee, and I had this on, and guess who still had color on their lips? It was on my coffee mug too, but like, it stays. This is great. Since Glossier finally decided to bring back the original flavor, I picked up more of these. Man, the price increased too. They had been $14 and I was like, $14? Now they're $16. But I did it. I had to have it. I saw these at Sephora and they have the new ones. They have the strawberry, if you're looking for that, and they have all the other flavors, and they have them in, you know, the packaging with the slant tip applicator. The one thing that I don't like about it is, you see how messy mine is? This really bothers me, and I am forever cleaning it up, like probably twice a day, but I use this so much. Like, this gets cleaned constantly because it drives me insane, but I love this. I like that it has this applicator on it, and now I don't have to be careful or precious with all the ones that I had been hoarding and, you know, kind of keeping back stock of, because I didn't like the vegan formula. I was like, no, I only want the original formula. And so when they brought it back at the holidays, I bought like 6 or 7 of the ones in cookie butter and hot cocoa. And then when they came out with strawberry, I bought 2 of these. And then like a week and a half later, right after my order arrived, they're like, we're bringing back the original formula. And I was like, oh yes. And the other party was like, ah, because my favorites were mango and coconut. And I hadn't had them in such a long time. And I'm like, had I known it was coming back, I wouldn't have bought, like, you know, so many of the ones from the holiday limited edition scents, or everything in strawberry. But I do like strawberry enough that I picked up like, here's my 3rd tube. It's going to go in with the rest of my stash, but love this stuff. Let me tell you about some fails. I hate to say it's a fail, but for me, it's just the price, because the product itself is nice, but it's no better than so many other things that don't cost nearly this much. All right, this is the Prisma Glass lip gloss from Armani. I mean, you can tell I've been using it. Like, I haven't even had it that long, like a couple of weeks, and I'm already probably a 1/3 of the way through the tube. Do I love this? Yes. When it's gone, am I going to buy another? No, she's $38. With tax, this is more than $40 for a lip gloss. Now, I tried it because I want to know what the products are and whether it's worth it. I feel like there are so many beautiful lip glosses out there. You don't have to pay this price, but she is lovely. I didn't notice it until somebody pointed it out, and then I really paid attention. I was like, yeah, you're right. Is that when I apply this to my lips, I don't feel it on the back of my hand here, but when I apply it to my lips, there is a slight numbing tingle. Doesn't last very long. It's very, very minimal. It was so minimal that when I put it on for the first time, I didn't really notice it. Now, I don't have sensitive skin, but people who have sensitive skin, this might make your lips like crazy ouchy. I just keep it in mind. Do I like it? Yeah. Have I been using it? Yeah. Am I going to be sad when it's gone? Yeah. But I feel like something like this, it's not quite the same, but the color is the same. If you get the Cherry Vanilla from Lawless, the Forget the Filler gloss, that one's a little stickier than this. I like that this isn't sticky, but it's also a little glossier than this. There's a lot of people who make a sheer red gloss. I don't think you have to pay after tax 40 bucks. I don't. Is she lovely? Yeah. It's just too expensive. All right. Other things that did not work. Already took it back. I went to Sephora on purpose to take back that Patrick Ta highlighter, that duo powder and cream highlight, the shade Sugar. For a lot of people, not for everyone, because some people got one and it works just fine, but for a lot of people it was so like soft. The cream part of it was so soft that you stick your finger in it and it's like sticking your finger in frosting or sticking your finger in your face cream. You know, that really thick whipped texture. But the rest of Patrick Ta's duos do not have something that soft. I was expecting something like this that I could run my finger over and pick up a layer of it. And you see how pretty and glossy it is here. And in the pan, yeah, you can see where my finger was, but it's not to the point where there's like a giant divot and my finger has like peaks. It almost looked like when you're whipping whipped cream, stiff peaks or egg whites. That's what it looked like on my finger. It was too soft, too soft. So I took it back. I haven't dug into it yet, but I did get the lightest shade, the white one called My Love. Now, they didn't have a lot of options. They didn't have the pink one in stock. They didn't have Sugar in stock. And the other two felt like they were a little too dark. So I wanted to try the formula and give it a fair shake. So we will try on the lightest one later when I decide to do a try on. But that definitely was like, I don't know. I like the way it looked when I had it on my face in the Sugar shade. It was so soft and so goopy that I knew I was not going to reach for it. It wasn't going to happen. And I didn't want to spend the 40 some odd dollars to just not use something. Last item on my fails list, and I don't even know that I want to say it's a fail. It's kind of like we're still mentally processing, we're still trying it out, but it's the sort of product that you want to know what your goals are before you purchase it. And it's that new Skin Tint foundation stick from Charlotte Tilbury. It's beautiful, it's very glowy, and I initially got the lightest shade because I wear shade number 1 always in Charlotte Tilbury foundations, and it's so much lighter than shade 1. So if Charlotte Tilbury's number 1 shades have been too dark for you, this one might work for you. Or if, like me, they're just on the verge of, like, some of them are too dark and some of them are just right, this might be too light for you. Just keep that in mind. The other thing is, to me, it really does seem like the Hollywood Flawless filter in stick form. So if you like that glowy, glowy, glowy look, you're gonna get that from this. I feel like it does best when it's only set where I need it. And that's like forehead, nose, chin, and then a little bit right across the tops of my cheeks so I'm not too glowy in this area. I didn't find it to be buildable, but when you just selectively powder, it's beautiful. In the video that I did that I'll link for you down below, the first time I tried it on, my first impressions, I was like, I have some concerns. And I think my concerns were legitimate, but so many people were telling me, have you seen Wayne Goss's video on this? And I had, like, it had been published for like 7 minutes and I was like, click. I love Wayne's videos. I had already started doing what he was recommending in that video, but for that initial try on, I really wanted to see if I could, get more coverage, layer it up, powder it down. Did it look okay? Yeah. I have yet to crack into the shade that I got that's a little bit darker. I bought the first one from the brand's website, so I sent it back. And when I was at Sephora the other day, I picked up the next darker shade. I shade matched myself, and I'm really a 1.5 in this formula. So I will save that along with the Patrick Ta highlight, and we'll do a try on later in July. Oh, that was a lot of favorites and fails. You know what other thing that I have been absolutely loving? I got so much fun little jewelry. This one here is just a little tiny teddy bear. But the thing is, on the back side of it, in script, it says with me. So it's like, bear with me. And I got this for myself because 2023 and the first half of 2024 has been really hard on me. You know, my mental health has been struggling. My body physically has been struggling with a lot of pain. And I wasn't sure, like, am I ever going to get better? Is this my new normal? And I was like, ah. And my whole family, we've been going through it, all of us, because if one of us has a problem, it really does affect everybody else. And so I got this for myself as a reminder that I can bear with myself. I'm asking my family to bear with me, and you as well. So thank you so much for your encouragement. But I've been loving so many fun, like, jewelry pieces. Most of them have been gold. Look at these guys. They're like little ducks. Aren't they the cutest? I should show you them this way. These are from Hey Harper, as is the little teddy bear. But they're little duckies. Look how cute they are. I love them. But when they're on, they just look like gold hoops. So I love that they're a little bit charming, a little bit different. And if you've ever seen me wearing it, yes, it is a gold soda tab, but it is its own actual hoop earring that you can put in. I have this in gold as well as in silver. I like it so much. It comes from, I think it's Studio Cult, and they're also the ones that make these key rings, and they're key earrings, so they call them key rings, but they look like they're also a huggy, but it looks like a split key ring. And they come with gold keys or silver keys, depending on what you like. And I liked the mixed metal of these. I have been loving really fun and kind of different attention-grabbing sort of jewelry, or things that have like secret meanings. One of my kids got one that's a charm that is the escape button from a keyboard, and on the back side it says reality. So escape reality. It was like, oh, so cute. I don't know. I really have been loving fun jewelry. I would love to know if you have a favorite brand, or if you have this, what's your jewelry type? I used to love really big, kind of bombastic things, and I still do love a really big statement piece of jewelry, but also, you know, smaller things like this that are a little bit more novelty, or my little duckies here, you know, just I've been liking different sorts of things. I'd like to know what is kind of tickling your fancy in the jewelry department as well. Thank you so much for watching today. Here's where I want to know, what were your favorite things that happened in June? Or what are you looking forward to for July? I would love to know. Also, I'm very, very curious about what your beauty favorites were. Remember, if your favorites don't have to be beauty related, but if they are, tell me what they are. I definitely would love to know. Also, very curious about anything that you've had that hasn't worked for you. And it doesn't have to be a new product. It could be something that you recently added to your collection, and you're trying for the first time, and you're like, oh, wait, don't do this. If you have ... this is not for you, because it wasn't for me. Let me know what those are in the comment section down below. I'm going to link everything for you in the description box down below. If there's something that I missed, feel free to ask me about it in the comment section. I'll do my best to make sure everything is down there for you. Those are affiliate links. You can use them or not as you wish. Thank you so much for watching today. Oh, what a delight to spend time with you. I cannot wait for more wonderful summer stuff to come our way, and I will see you again soon.